Hey guys, welcome to another episode. So today I had a little bit of a change of heart. Gonna go back for the Maiden of Anguish. I just figured that I have about 10 stat points I can get just from, feeding them to myself through shrines or other things. But basically I just wanted all dexterity anyway, so I figured instead of pulling the 2 out of my stash and landing on 7, I might as well just try and complete the quest. If I can successfully do it, then I will have probably not cap. I think there's I'll have one more point that I could get. But it's a nice excuse to go and do the quest. I still am pretty skeptical though. Some of these quests are a little insane. And I'm not really sure how my gear is going to hold up with the penalties. I don't think there should be any issues, but I mean, that's why I thought about King Leoric and I got absolutely destroyed. Obliterated. Absolutely obliterated. So I think I have tons of armor. I'm going to go for the high DFE option. Other than that, I guess I'll just have to see what the penalties are as I get in there. So 259 armor. 259 armor. DFE is the same. Life is degenerating. Resistances seem fine. Alright. Looks doable. Doable, alright. Oh, what? Is this real life? I guess I just didn't remember that happening in normal or even Doom mode. I was pretty sure that was much later. Oh, okay. What are these? Are these guys beasts? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Should be fine with just regular stuff. Oh yeah, 1,000 damage I hit. I should set up my hotkeys while I'm here. So I'm not really a fan of being against the clock in this level, which I technically am. My regen will run out, and I don't think that my mana regen is anywhere near good enough to outdo the health degeneration. Man, this is so much easier, just using a bow. I do like this though, if the layout is the same, because this means that I can get the hardest part out of the way, which is probably the biggest deal for me. I don't want to say I hate all quests, but most quests that have a very difficult last part, but a moderate to easy middle part, I don't like as much. So for example, Iswal is probably the second level, is my number 1 hated one. This one's nice because even though this is a hard last part, it's not out of this world, impossible. And even Flesh Doom, I think Flesh Doom's last level is super hard, but at the same time, it takes you 2 minutes to find out if you suck or not. So this is a good way because it sort of gives the player the option. Well, there's a lot of them. Gives the player the option how they want to do the quest. So whether that's, you know, going really, really ham at the start, hardest part start, or, you know, I don't think most people would do it the other way around. But I mean, when you think a certain way for so long, it's just kind of, it's like second nature. Like you'd think nobody would want to do it, but you know, then people would want to do it. Some people maybe want to ease into it. How many times can I mess up the lightning wall? There needs to be like a counter in the side of the screen. I think you could do that in Twitch or something, but if I don't get in Dario alone, I have a feeling that I'll have a very difficult time in dealing with her. There we go. I remember on my mage, or maybe it was my monk, she just hit like a bomb. And she can't be tricked with the AI. You can't, like, you know, get a lucky edge on her or anything. She'll purposely walk around it. Shot, nice. I like going this way too. It's just, it seems like you can see higher. Well, I guess I shouldn't say higher, but when you go top down, it seems like you get a little more surprised. Where top up, it's like you see pretty much everything ahead of time. I don't know. Maybe it's just my aspect ratio, but. It's actually a good drop just on a low base. Oh, I forgot about the still moving bodies. That's a nice touch. There's been even more updates now with katanas being put into play, which I didn't really. I kind of knew there was a Shigoki and it kind of sounded like a ninja E class, but I didn't really know that there'd be like katanas for the monk class. Guess it's supposed to mimic a shaman, not a shaman. Oh, that's funny. There's no place like home, but it couldn't make a town portal. But yeah, katana's being added, and he's looking into other weapons that could be used kind of as a blunt. Because katana's obviously got your sharp weapons, but you probably want a blunt weapon. Unless he made them like axes, where there's just, you know, no real advantage to using it versus, say, a blunt weapon on an undead enemy. Which I guess would really fly in either direction. It's just kind of one of those things where, oh, there's actually a lot of them. But yeah, it wouldn't really be a big deal if, you know, katanas were like the only main weapons they used, but I'd say it's just kind of hard to follow that consistency when you have other characters with different rules. But then again, I guess it was done for axes, and axes do seem kind of sharp, more so. Oh, +1 vitality. I think that's gonna max me out perfectly. But despite these new characters being made, I never really thought about the next character I would make. It just kind of seemed like, you know, I've only got one melee class in me, and then I'll probably just go back to mage, but I don't know. I mean, the Trapper is honestly one that I would consider doing, even if I had to start it, like, well then again, I say start it, but this class really wasn't that much of an Iron Maiden until, you know, Purgatory, the end of Purgatory and start of Doom, so I mean, if I do make a Trapper, it's probably not going to be this, like, absolutely terrible class that can't do anything without trapping. Like I envisioned, you know, most of these subclasses. They're going to be probably the same. And then I can just transition over. So I would probably do the one that has super low light radius. I don't know if that ever got into the mod yet, or if that's just kind of like conjecture, or like an idea out there, but pretty sure one of them is supposed to have like negative light radius. It isn't done yet, but like when the time comes. I guess that's not all that much different than this class though. You know, playing an assassin again and again. But I just really can't see myself playing like a melee class without, or even if I could cast healing, it's just, you know, even healing on a paladin is not really something where I'm like, oh yeah, I could do that. Like in Doom mode, it's like I do not feel like I could do that. Especially if your armor class is hurting, it's like the last thing you want to do is have to cast something. Oh, would you look at that? I actually didn't miss one this time. Every other time I've done this, I spent like half an hour on the first level, and I kept missing someone. Well, that's cool. And also, I don't know if this is always the case, but teleport can be used on this level, so much appreciated. So I don't think that I have to worry about any undead on this next level. I think there's Threshers, a ton of mages, succubus, but we really won't have a use for these flails. What I might do is go pretty try-hard mode here, drop the flails entirely. Don't think I'm gonna need them. And then just fill up on potions, different types of potions that I might need. And, well, it's better to have too many than too little, so.
Good day. How may I serve you?
Oh, wow, I could actually fill that much up already. That's great. Okay. I think I'm set. I don't really think there's anything holding me back here. The armor class is sort of wasted on my chest piece, but I mean it has DFV to go with it, so can't complain really. It's a little excessive to have this much AC. I know the Ring of Purity gets me into a lot of trouble, but I mean, its defenses are quite nice to have. I think I'll toss it on. I'll give it a shot. Oh, I can still teleport in this level. Well, not like it's really going to save me very much if I could, but... Oh, whoops. Actually, this really wasn't as hard as I thought to court them through. You really just put up one wall. Maybe it's because the AI in Purgatory is a little bit worse, but... That's a nice surprise. Oh, they are a beast. Oh, okay, that's why I do so much damage to them. Alright. Oh, is there really none that could come through that? Alright, well I think that the archers only take fire damage. This is kind of silly. I didn't really think it would be like that. I thought it was going to be all the archers coming out, but I guess it's just the sweet spot. I have to think what I want to do next, though. Oh, nice. Well, that makes this a lot easier. Just pause those guys. It's a little hard on the mana to be doing Stone Curse that often, but for the start like this, I really can't ask for much else. I could walk around them, I suppose, but... There are those weird enemies where I kind of thought this was an undead enemy because it sort of resembles a knight. I mean, it's fair to say, right? But they're actually a beast, kind of like the Corrupt Order. Same thing. You'd think that they were demons, but well, they're beasts. I'm pretty sure. So.
Now where would I
ruby and a diamond. Oh, my fire resistance has went down. Oh wait, no it hasn't. I just changed my ring. Okay, never mind. I thought there was just gonna be like extra penalties, but it looks like the life degeneration is the same. But that is quite the penalty on its own, so I am not complaining. Here I'm gonna have to be careful, the same thing. Not to attract too much. I know I have a crazy amount of light radius on. Try and top up my mana here. Hydra might be the best for pulling. Oh man. Actually, the bow goes through the corrupted guy, not too bad. I thought it was going to be impossible to get a shot in. I don't see Indariel here, but I don't know if she has like a little white circle around her. I'm hoping that she... There's the walls. I'm hoping that she does, so I know, you know, when to defend myself. Oh, there she is, I think. Yeah. Oh, what? Okay, it must only be in Doom mode that you can't use this trick. Okay. I am curious to see how much damage she does do though, so I'm not gonna be well, I don't wanna swear, but I'd say a baby. Don't wanna be a baby. I'll be a little bit of a baby. I won't go after her until the other ones are gone, so. Oof, 90 HP with 45 DFE. The cap is 50, so I would be taking about, yeah, 74 damage. Still, 105. Holy cow.
You'll lure no more men to their deaths.
3,000 gold. Nice.
I can't carry anymore.
Kind of surprised she only drops one battle shield, but I guess like a lot of the drops come after the level's complete, not so much from just killing her, which is fine. I'll leave the potions on the ground for now. elixir vitality. Very nice. Very nice. Well, I kind of overestimated like the sheer challenge. Not like the challenge isn't like what the challenge is, because for a character coming through purgatory, this is very challenging. But you know, I got too many stat points. I think I got that spiked plate. I have really good swords, and I found that stellar bow. So all these things kind of culminate to make this challenge less than challenging. Still glad I did it though. So when I do another character, I'll know, like, you know, either hold off on the stat farming and go back for it, you know, midway, or just, you know, go back for it, but just know that you don't need to be super souped up. Alright, there we go. Oh, battle plates, they still exist, okay. Oof, that's a high damage roll, it's not bad. Wonder which one does more damage. Huh. Guess having the higher base damage just carries it further. Something else handy that I found out today was Griswold does not sell items with a Q level or a power level of 40 or greater, or higher than 40, I should say. One of those things where you just kind of wonder it, but before buying items from Griswold wasn't really a big thing, so nobody really bothered asking, but someone asked today because they were looking for the fastest casting mod, and
Now where would I put this?
well, that's how I was able to find out from Mordor, so happy to know that. I think the only thing left now is how to find stuff from chests, or what the levels are on that, but that'll be far into the future, I think. Not too many people ask that question. That's more of like, if you know every other thing, every other way to find items, usually you don't care too much about chests. That's not to say that some people who die all the time to trap chests wouldn't like to know it so that they could actually be like, oh, well maybe I shouldn't just not open chests anymore. Because one of my friends actually will not open chests on his ranger because he died 11 times in a row in normal. So, what can you do? Alright, 185.
Demons that assume the form of beautiful women, you say? That's horrible. Thank the light that you solved this mystery before any more of our men were lured to their deaths. Thank you for keeping us safe from the powers of darkness once again.
So, that gave me 1 stat point? Like, what? What? I know for sure that it says, like, +2, +8, and +20 based on difficulty level, so to only get 1 stat point, I'm pretty mad? Oh, that's... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess when I added 5 points of dexterity in at the start of the level, that does count. Then I got 2 from vitality. Okay. Yeah, I guess I just, for some reason, thought I needed 8, but okay, I didn't... I'm such an idiot. Oh well. Came back, tried it out, that's what it's about. Anyway, I'll probably cut it out here, and I'll go back to Doom next episode. Catch you guys later.